the CEO of a nonprofit here locally in California.
How many of you have heard of fentanyl?
The kids are really being deceived to death. It's not medication at all. It is straight fentanyl pills. I'm the CEO of Arrive Alive California.
The fentanyl epidemic is finally loosening its grip in our area, thanks in part to a group of community leaders dedicated to fighting the crisis.
They are ODing and dying on that like insane amounts. People worry so much. What if I fail? It's gonna be embarrassing. I would say it's actually more embarrassing just sitting in your basic ass life,
right?
Not chasing any dream that you've ever wanted. Who cares if you fail?
I have zero F's to give anymore.
Yes! If we can make a difference in people's lives, like I don't care if anybody judges me because I'm no longer that person.
It's not this feel good of I have success, therefore I have self-esteem. What creates success? What creates success is hold on. This is gonna be edited, right? We crossed any lines?
I think we'll cross. Let's do match.
Let's match. Okay.
Okay, and turn this off. Okay. We're all over the place, but it's fine. I forgot totally where I was at. Welcome to Bear It All with Lindsey. I'm so excited. I have my friend Angela. This girl is fucking amazing, you guys. I just love her, and I'm so excited to have her on. Welcome, Angela.
Hello.
Yay. So excited. I gotta watch working with my hands so much. I hit the mic like 30 times per podcast.
Good.
Well, I'm a hand talker. I'm a hand talker.
You can't hear me. I gotta make sure you hear me,
Do
feel
you hear
me.
what I'm saying? Do you understand?
Do you
Right,
understand?
Yeah, I feel like you understand
Yes,
me more when I talk with my
100%.
hands.
Energy level here. You're here.
Yes.
We are here.
I know. And then my editor is like, hey, we got a less hand movement because it's really hard to slice it when your hands are like this or this. Or I'm like, I'm working on it. It's that ADD.
Exactly.
The ADD.
I know. Our brains are going. Our constant body movement.
All of it. So Angela is freaking amazing. You're just doing so many things. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Angela Webb, and I founded a nonprofit. So I'm the CEO of a nonprofit here locally in California. And the mission is really to educate youth on prevention and get to them before life alternative decisions happen.
Right.
So that's one aspect of my life. I'm a wife, a mom, a bonus mom, a grandma. There's so many different facets to who I am. It's kind of hard to put it in one little box.
So many hats that you wear.
Yes, girl, yes. And that has been evolving into this next chapter of my life that I've really been working on probably for the last 6 to 8 months. So.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about that chapter.
Yes.
I just love seeing all the things, all your prevention for youth, because it's so wild seeing like nowadays. So I've been sober almost 10 years. I am so grateful that there wasn't the fentanyl issue when I was out there, because I would have took anything.
Yeah.
Like I would have, if you had, I mean, obviously I had my drug of choice, but if I didn't have that, I would have took whatever you had. Oh, 1 pill, 2, 3, sure, why not? Anything that would escape me from my reality, I would have took. And most likely I would have died.
Yeah.
Because like nowadays you have no clue. My stepdad's wife, I'm not sure where that would come, ex-stepdad's new wife, she took one, I think she thought it was like a antidepressant, and she took it and she was dead within like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so that is the angle I have come at this crisis with. It's a little bit different take on kids don't do drugs. But drugs are bad for you. It's the fact of the kids are really being deceived to death. In the scope of reality, thinking that, oh, this is a common prescription medication, whether it's Xanax or Adderall or Percocet or you name them, they're going online. Now, let's break it down a little bit. There's 70% of adults self-diagnose themselves. Think about it. WebMD.
Oh, yeah.
How many
100%.
times do we go on and we're like, oh, what do I have? Granted, we think we're dying the next day.
Oh, damn it.
I'm dying.
I had turns into shit.
gosh.
I have cancer.
Right,
damn it.
exactly.
Yeah,
we, I
no,
mean, we
totally.
self-diagnose ourselves, but it has been actually, there's studies out there that the kids are doing that on TikTok. They're self-diagnosing themselves. What are my
that's so
symptoms?
wild.
But the thing is that we didn't have or didn't know of is that they go on, they can purchase these things online. So what in their mindset, if we get the bigger picture here and think of their mindset, this is a common prescription medication. It's not illicit drugs, right? Think in their innocence or their ignorance, really, in that youth mentality. Oh, I just need an Adderall to help me study to get through my finals. The reality is that's where that deceived to death comes into play, is they're mixing it with fentanyl. And it's not laced. And I think the media has it wrong still to this day. It's not medication at all. It is straight fentanyl pills. Looking, pressed, colored like the real thing. Our scientists cannot even, by the naked eye, cannot look at a pill and say, is it real or fake?
Really?
They 100%.
That's so scary.
So that's the angle for us as a community to think bigger, that it's just not, well, the kids shouldn't be doing drugs anyway. Right, okay, can we think bigger? That it could be something that they just are self-diagnosing. There's a stigma around mental health still.
Huge.
So go online. There's literal menus online. Snapchat, one of the biggest online dealers, allegedly, is they have menus up there. What do you want? Okay, I need a Percocet.
That's so wild. It's so wild to look at it from that point of view, because so many people, they're like, just don't do drugs.
Right.
Well, that sounds great. When I was in high school, I took all kinds of pills I didn't know. Like I was always on ecstasy or acid or just like all of these different drugs. And I didn't know what the hell I was taking. Like, just give it to me and you tell me, oh, that's what it is. Okay, sounds good.
Right.
But then, that was a long time ago. We didn't have that where, it could be fentanyl, it could be all that. It's so scary.
It's so different. And I think this year going into what we're doing for prevention and the youth is we're breaking it down to the entire new drug landscape. It's no longer one specific category. It's no longer one specific drug. We really have to expand, especially since we're starting to see these designer drugs come in here in our neighborhood. Right. And, the scientists don't even know what these designer drugs are. They don't know what they'd even do to the human body. They're so new, but they're being mixed with fentanyl. And I recently said that there's two reasons, big reasons, why it's inexpensive and the potency. 50 times more powerful than heroin, 100 times more powerful than morphine. We have carfentanil, which is, think of it like a cousin of fentanyl, and that's 100 times more powerful than fentanyl.
So many people are hooked on it. So I go to like rehabs, and not too long ago, I was speaking at a women's rehab, and so many of them that is the new drug.
Right.
Before, it was like everybody was on meth. I would go into the rehabs and I talked to the women, and it was like all of them were meth. Mm-hmm. It's all fentanyl now.
Yeah.
They are all on fentanyl, and these girls are so young and they're babies, and every single time it takes them out, it's horrible. I will have met somebody at a place and I follow up on them, they OD'd, they died. They are ODing and dying on that like insane amounts all the time.
And then you look at even our unsheltered here locally, they don't even realize they're taking it.
Right.
Because it's being cut with it. And, I just want meth. I don't want to touch Fetty. No way. And then they get their drug test and they pop her fentanyl and they're like, I didn't know that. Well, it's almost a guaranteed repeat business because of the potency of the drug. You're going to go back to that specific dealer thinking that I'm only on meth or I'm only on, cocaine or whatnot. But that's better than the other person. Well, why? Because they're cutting it. We had 4 people that died in South Lake Tahoe, and they were all doing cocaine, and it was all cut with fentanyl.
And when you're in your addiction, you're not thinking of that. Like, I remember being in my addiction. Like, I could not wake up if I didn't have, like, a drug. I would not want to take a trip because I'm like, oh my God, I can't go through the airport with it. And I'm not going to be able to wake up and I'm not going to be able to function. And like, you're like a prison of this, right? You have to have it just to function. And so people are desperate, like they're desperate. And so they'll take whatever, right? Because you need to get out of that pain. You're either withdrawing, you can't wake up, you can't function, whatever. So people are not like, oh, is this the, best dealer? Are they trustworthy? Whatever. They're just looking to get out of that pain and to like escape.
It's the numb. I want to just be numb. I don't want to deal with the reality. Well, one thing that fentanyl does, it hones in on the accomplishment nerve in your brain.
Really? Tell me a little more about that.
So you think about it, ambition, and we have someone that's not using.
Sure.
You have that innate, I need to get up, I need to do this, I need to feel accomplished, right? Well, that's what the drug does. So it hard.
Makes them feel accomplished?
It's an accomplishment. I want to say vibe, and that's the wrong word, but that's the neurological chemical reaction is the same. It mirrors the fact of I'm accomplished.
So it makes them feel like they're doing things.
Something.
I mean, that makes sense because like I remember being high on meth and I was like, life is freaking great, man. I was taking selfies thinking I looked good. And I look back, man, Facebook loves to remind me, it'll be like, here's your memory from 14 years ago. Hell no, do not show me that rude.
What? Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here. I know. So bad.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see that memory.
Yes.
But it was like in my mind, I actually thought I was looking really good, and I thought like in your brain, you're like, oh, life is so good and da-da-da-da-da, and it's not. It was fucking horrendous. But it does trick your mind, and then you're also in denial, right?
100%.
Constant denial of what the reality is. Still to this day, yesterday, my daughter was talking about something, and we were talking about a couple stories that happened when I was in my addiction, and I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed. And it's like, it seems almost like it was a different lifetime ago, right?
Yeah.
I hear stories and I'm like, yeah, that was me, but like that was like that last life. Like it doesn't even seem like reality.
100%.
And I remember being in that time and like it was so disconnected from reality. The things that would happen. I mean, I lost parental rights to 5 children. Like CPS took my parental rights. My mom had to adopt them because of my drug use. Like I couldn't get sober.
Yeah.
Like still to this day, well, my, older daughter, my little one, I had her in sobriety, but the older ones, when I would have to do anything at their school, I'd have to bring my mom because I wasn't even on their birth certificate. So like it still followed me. But those are things like I was in such denial that it didn't even hit me. Oh yeah, they're taking my parental rights, but my mom still has it. So it's not that bad. Because it lies to you. It's like, well, that was kind of rough, but like it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. They're not in the foster system and it does that. Your brain just tricks you. Like you're so strung out on a drug and your mind has you thinking it's not that bad. It's wild.
Well, look at people even with alcohol or, any other kind of intoxicating substance. Send the text message. It's not that bad.
Girl!
Post the story.
Right.
It's not that bad. And then you wake up and go, oh my gosh. It literally takes over the realness of who you are.
100%.
And it's even the more strong the drug, I would imagine, the more you have that as an effect in your life. And
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's heartbreaking to see when people are addicted to any substance because it literally changes who they are.
I think like drugs are the one thing, there is a bond with your children. The moment your child is brought into this world, like there is no other feeling like that in the world.
Right.
And I remember giving birth to my two second to youngest. And I had went in, got no prenatal care. I didn't know how far along I was, whatever. My water broke. I was like completely under the influence, freaking out going into the hospital, but I had to. And, I was so numb through the whole thing. Like even the experience of giving birth, like that connection was not there because I was just so numb. And then like all the sheriffs walked in because the child's pause talks and I'm pause talks and just so numb to it. And then they like made me leave the hospital without the baby, and the whole experience, I was so numb. And then 10 months later, I was back at a separate hospital giving birth again to another baby, pause talks, no prenatal care, no nothing. Same thing, kept the baby, made me leave the hospital. And I was so freaking numb to it that it was so far from reality that I think that's what people run from, is like all these things happen in your addiction and you numb yourself and you numb yourself. And that's why I would never stay at rehabs. I would stay at a rehab for like a day or two. And then as soon as I woke up sober and I had to face all this shit, I was like, I can't fucking do this. I cannot do it. I would be in groups and my leg would be shaking like this.
Really?
Like, yes, because like I was just like anxiety and the reality and the guilt and shame and fear and all that was like too much. And I would just leave and have to get high.
Right.
I'd always tell myself, I just need to get high one more time. I just need to get one more time and then I'm done. And it was like finally facing that. But I feel like that's what people run from for so long and just stay numb, right? Because once you unnumb yourself, you have to face all that.
Oh, you got to sit in it.
You have to face that wreckage.
Deal with it. Yes. All the things that I have done. And that's why the 12-step program, I think, is so beautiful.
It's huge.
One of the biggest point is reconciling your relationships or things that you've done. And that takes a lot of courage to do. Because I think at the end of the day, why do we get numb? Why do people go and want to forget everything that they've done? Because of the shame it's associated. That wasn't me. That isn't who I am.
Right.
And then having to go through that and deal with that.
Well, and people think like, I think they think once they've gotten so far gone, and whether it's on alcohol, drugs, whatever, that there's no coming back from that. And it's insane what making a living amends will do. Just fixing the behavior and never doing it again.
Right.
You can pretty much reconcile any relationship if you just never do the action again, right? You never get high again. You never all of that. I feel like what really, I see a lot of women who get sober and then they build that relationship with their kid and then they relapse. And then and it's just a constant battle. And so then, of course, the child's not going to trust you again. But if you make a living amends and you get sober and you never do that again and you spend the rest of your life being the best version of you possibly can, like you'd be amazed what you can come back from and what you can fix, you know?
How was your relationship with your mom? I know your story, and I can't believe I'm asking you questions on your podcast.
Go for it, girl. I'm an open book. And you know what's so funny?
I was driving here, and I'm like, we've known each other for a year. 1 year. And I remember when we first met.
Yeah.
And then we happened to be on a plane together on the ride back. We meet in LA.
Yes.
My husband, myself, and you were all sitting in the terminal. So of course we like, let's connect, let's do this.
Yeah.
And I remember your story was so impressive, inspiring to me. I've never been where you've been. But that doesn't mean I cannot connect and relate at some level with you. If anything, it makes my job more meaningful.
Yeah.
It's the same reason, right? So driving here, I'm like, how was that? I literally am trying to fill in pieces of your story that I don't know.
Yeah,
so we're turning the tables.
You're so good, girl. I'm an open book. And you know what's funny? Me and my mom actually don't have a good relationship.
No kidding.
And I appreciate her so much for everything that she did.
Okay.
But my mom also struggles with her mental health.
Okay.
Big time. And so, I just don't deal well with that. And so honestly, I don't talk to my mom a whole lot. I just feel like she's a little bit toxic.
Okay.
And so
you have to have boundaries.
I have to have boundaries.
That is
and
self-care.
She's just not the kind of person. I'm so positive and so like, woo, and just did it. And I don't want that like toxicity. That's not even a word. How the hell do you say that word? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's super toxic. So no, I really don't.
Okay.
And I feel like, I made amends to her. And I am so forever grateful for her for stepping up with the kids.
Right.
And, you know, we argued a lot about like the things, but I'm so grateful to my mom for all of that, right? Because I still lived with my mom when I was in my addiction. So I was able to be with the kids. And so I am forever grateful to her for that. And to me, she's an amazing woman for doing that. But today our relationship's not good. And it's just that she struggles with her mental health, and it's just not something that I want to have super close in my life. You know, so I was really close with my dad, but he passed away like 2 years ago. My dad was in recovery. That was like my best buddy in the whole world.
Okay, so there's that connection.
There was
I've been
huge
where
connection.
you've been. You understand what I'm going through.
Dude, my dad was so freaking amazing. Like, he just understood, because the thing is like, whether you're an alcoholic, you're an addict, you're a gambleaholic, you're a sexaholic, whatever, we all have those same traits. We overthink, we, you know, do obsessive thinking, we're self-centered, we're all of the things. And those natural tendencies, and we try to cover it with whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's sex, whether it's gambling, and a lot of times it'll change. People, if they get sober and they don't go in and actually fix what's wrong in here, they just switch it. They just
to another
switch
thing.
their addiction. Like, there's so many people I meet in rehabs, and they're like, oh yeah, I stopped doing meth, but I just drink. No, you traded meth for alcohol. You trade, just because you're not hitting the pipe right now, but you're drinking every day. No, you didn't fix the problem. You switched the problem. Right. Or a very common one is they'll get sober and then they switch to like men or to women or, you know, that kind of thing. So whatever it is, they're trying to fill that void. And it's, you know, whatever they're filling that void with.
What did you fill your void with?
I felt my void, well, my addiction, obviously meth, but when I got sober, I hit the ground running, and I didn't even date for years.
Good.
I had zero interest in it. I was so desperate to build my empire and build my business and build my life. I didn't even date. I don't think I even had sex for years after I got sober. I had like no interest in it. I had plenty. In my addiction, I got out of the way. I was good for a few
you're good.
years.
I'm good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I was good. So I didn't even like have sex for years. Like, I was totally fine with it. I just felt that with like my new addiction was success.
You've mentioned it a couple times, and it just reminds me that there is a gift in desperation.
Yes, girl, I did a TikTok on that yesterday.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
There is such a gift in desperation.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I literally did a little reel on that yesterday.
Oh,
is
my
the
goodness.
gift of desperation.
Yeah.
That's like when I was walking down the street, homeless, 6 months pregnant, high on meth, just looking for somebody to get me high because I was like running out of stuff. And at that moment, that desperation for either I want to die or I need to change my life because I can't go on one more minute like this. That moment of desperation is truly what changed my life. Like, so many parents are like, what do I need to do to get my kids sober? All of it. First off, stop enabling them.
100%.
Because they have to hit the rock bottom, right? They have to be so desperate that whatever they're doing no longer works for them. And that desperation is what you need to get sober. Or it's what you need to build your business and all of that. The
clarity, it's the number one thing, desperation, clarity.
Right.
Doing so much in the study of your mindset and neuroscience.
Mindset's
I am
everything.
seriously just taking it all in.
I love that.
But it is so powerful, but we have to get clear. You know, we have to understand and truly see what we want. And a part of that is so much what I think that this generation is being shielded from. I just did another podcast not too long ago, and I talked about the participation trophy was one of the worst things we could have done for an entire generation. It's not this feel good of I have success, therefore I have self-esteem. What creates success? What creates success is failure. Understanding what it takes and trying again.
100%.
But we're shielding them. We don't want failure. We don't want struggle. We don't want any of that to happen. And then the self-esteem is you're having a void to fill. Because, you know, when we start breaking it actually all the way down, you know, can you teach ambition? No. You can cultivate it in the environment. And it starts with the mindset. Teaching mindsets. That's why I'm big on teaching the mindset.
Mindset is everything.
I absolutely can. You don't have the life that you want. You have the life that you experience, the life that you think about. You think everything's bad, you're going to think you have a terrible life. But just like everything's wrong in life you can focus on, there's also so much that's wonderful. And then you have an extraordinary life if you're focusing on those things and getting clarity of what you want. I need more of this. Focus on that because your brain will find a way to fix it. Find it and get it.
I love that. If you, like, you can look at somebody's life. Or have a conversation. I can have a conversation with somebody for 15 minutes and see why their life is the way it is.
100%.
100%.
Most of the time, it's how they talk to them, how they're talking, and it's like, whoa.
It's negativity, or the victim mentality. Or I can't do this because of this, or if I do this, it's this, or if I do that. So fucking what?
Yeah.
Get your ass up and do it anyway. It's like it is the mindset. It's 100%. And how you said failure is how you get success. Girl, so many times, I don't think I know a single person who's super successful who didn't go through something that almost broke them.
Yep. Even Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just figured a way of not to do it. Get the light bulb. And it's shifting our mindset because he got it. Yeah, it took him a while. How long does it take? But then we actually go through whatever struggle, whatever difficulty. Well, this didn't work. How many times did it take you to ride a bike? Did you just throw your hands up after the third time? Or did you push through to get to that other side? So many times we're cutting it off after 1, 2, or 3 and not going, no, get back on.
People are so scared of failure.
They are. I think that's the number one thing that stops people in their tracks from succeeding.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
List out all the fears. Fear of other people's judgment.
Yes.
Honey, I gave that up a long time ago. I don't have time for it. I have got way too much to look forward to impress upon, to impact. The last thing I want to do is worry about if you think I have too many filters on, you don't like my eyebrows, my eyelashes are too big. Honey, you do you.
That, I think when you reach that level in life where
freedom.
you don't get, girl, so
freedom.
good.
And I don't know how old you are, but I definitely
42.
42. Okay, I'm 47. And I'll tell you, after 40, forgive me, Mom, but the meter goes right off the window.
Girl,
I have zero F's to give anymore.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
And I think, I don't know if that's an over 40 thing, and you're like, you're raising
kids. It's a confidence thing too.
It is when you realize that nobody's judgment of you matters.
It doesn't. You know what's wild is I've had so many people that have tried to give me advice, and I was explaining this to my kids actually like a week ago, and I was like, I'm not going to take, okay, so I have people try to give me relationship advice, you know? And I'm like, look.
Well, you do put it out there, honey. I just
Girl,
love it.
I put everything out there.
I know. You are non-fake. You are bare it all with Linnsey every day.
Girl, I was like, third time's a charm. Fuck it, let's go.
I'm like, if my eyes could speak with the big eye roll, I'm like, saw that one coming.
But you know what? Like, judge me if you want.
I know.
I don't even care.
It doesn't
it's like
matter.
that level of confidence where I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
And unless I'll take business advice from you if you built a great business.
Absolutely.
I'll take a relationship advice from you if you've been married for 40 years and have an incredible relationship. I'll take parenting advice from you if you've raised your children incredible. But if you're struggling with raising your children, you're working a basic ass 9-to-5 job, struggling. You are dating different people all the time. Do not give me advice.
No, absolutely.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I will do me, whatever I want to do. And it's, I'm okay with failing. So I try and I fail. Oh, fucking well.
Look,
do
I'm
it
back
again.
up.
And that's when people are like, they're so scared. And I'll do it. If I'm feeling, hey, I want to try it, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's, oh, well, like that is the people like being so scared to try or what people think. Like people are so worried. When I first posted my first TikTok with like my mug shots,
Okay.
people were like texting me, oh, I would take that off a line because you're going to lose clients. You're going to da-da-da-da.
No.
And I'm like, okay, and you're giving me business advice on how I'm going to lose clients, but yet you like work at, I don't want to put anybody down, but you know, you don't
100%.
have the life that I want. And I don't care if people judge me. On all the time that I posted everything, and you know, I post everything. I'm an open book. I do not care. Like when I chose to put myself out on social media, I'm gonna show you every aspect of my life, the good, the bad, the struggles, all of it. No one's great at everything, right? So I kick ass. I feel like in business, relationships, I'm still fucking learning.
I'm working on it. I'm working. We
learning.
can't be perfect. I mean,
Dude,
come on,
I
Lindsey.
mean, you know, I got to leave room for other people. You know, I got to struggle in some areas. No, but like I just feel that
fear is what sets people back, and it's fear of judgment, fear of failure. You know, and it's heartbreaking when you see somebody that has so much talent and so much fill in the blank that could do so much, and you see that the fear of failure is holding them back.
And people's judgment, though. People worry so much. And what if I fail? It's going to be embarrassing. Who gives a shit? I would say it's actually more embarrassing just sitting in your basic ass life, not chasing any dream that you've ever wanted. Who cares if you fail? So who are you going to be embarrassed in front of?
Exactly. Do their opinion even matter?
No.
Do they pay your bills? No, they don't.
Thank you.
So I will say that I grew up in a pretty sheltered life, okay? Did go a little crazy at one point, but for the most part, pretty sheltered.
Yeah.
And I put this whole social media thing, putting yourself out there and fear of judgment and all of that. What are people going to think of me, you know, type of thing. That is a real thing. Even though I've built an incredible business, an incredible career, you know, I'm so very thrilled to be 47 years old, to say, look at the accomplishments. I truly cannot say it was all me. It was 100% God. I was just the vessel he used, you know, to do it, right?
Same,
But the reality is putting yourself on social media is daunting. And I think the fear of judgment's the number one thing. But to shift the perspective, I'm all about mind shifting. Like, how can I all right, I had a fear of water and I took up scuba diving. So let me tell you how I attack fear. I go head first.
Fuck yes. Dude,
100%.
Yes, girl.
I scuba dive to this day. Love it. And I laugh because, you know, the fear of water or anything underneath it. I mean, as a kid, we'd go skiing and I'm like, hit it as fast as I could. I'd get in there because I didn't want to be in the water.
Right.
But that's how I looked at it. So going into the social media thing, I heard this that changed my perspective. For people, we all use social media for different reasons. Some people just want to put their kids and their photo album online. Here's what I had for dinner. Honey, you do you. Some people want to put it out there as a branding aspect. I did not realize until Paramount Studio 2 years ago, when we're all in the green room and people aren't asking for business cards. Honey, they are asking what's your Instagram handle.
That is your business card.
And I'm like, I have my personal and I keep it like at 50 people because I actually know these people. I'm not going to give them that. And I go, I need to start a brand if I want to be serious about that. So how do I overcome this fear of judgment? How do I overcome this fear of failure? And I heard something that changed the perspective, and it was hope. Help one person every day.
Oh, I never heard of that. I love that.
And if I focus on the fact that me building my brand and what I do, and if I truly believe I have a story to tell, and I truly believe my whole mission is if somebody can look at all the things that I have been through in life and go, because Angela didn't give up, I know I can make it through too. Or because of this, I can push through. And if that's, putting myself out there and dealing with all the negativity and the hate, okay, whatever, I don't care. Because if I can just help one person every day, then that's it. And really, if you think that you have a story, if you truly think that you can help someone overcome something and you aren't putting yourself out there, That's one of the most selfish things you could do.
Dude, I love that. I think the biggest flex in life is how many people's lives you can positively impact.
100%.
That's why I put my story out there so openly. And I put a lot of details out there that, yes, I used drugs while I was pregnant. Would I do that now? If you smoke a cigarette too close to my kid, I'm going to knock you out. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even eat gluten or dairy or sugars. And I try to be caffeine free. Like all of these things because I'm in my right mind now, right? So it's horrific, but those are the realities that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Addiction doesn't stop because women get pregnant. Women in their addiction are popping out babies nonstop because first off, they're not on birth control.
Right.
They're, overly sexually active usually when they're on drugs, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So that's a reality of it. There is pregnant women strung out all over the world. And so like putting those things out there, you know how many people are like, that is horrific. I can't believe you put that out there.
But you're opening the door for them to understand this is a bigger problem.
This is a huge reality. Do you know how many babies are in the foster system that were born pause talks, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it. And I put it out there because, like, look, if I could be there 6 months pregnant, strung out on drugs, walking down the street, homeless, and today I live a life beyond my wildest dreams, why can't you do it? If I can do it, I promise you can do it. If I can come back from, there was a time my mom put a restraining order on me.
Whoa.
And did not even allow me around her, the kids, because I was just a fucking tornado going through everybody's lives. Nobody wanted, by the time I was walking down the street homeless and about to go into rehab my final time, nobody wanted anything to do with me. And so my point of like sharing all that and like you sharing yours is if we can make a difference in people's lives, like I don't care if anybody judges me because I'm no longer that person. And I have became the best version of me and people seeing you out there, like you're incredible. I love watching you online. You're all over the place. And then you just did a bodybuilding contest. What? Tell us about that real quick.
Girl, okay.
Girl,
so
you look so good. I was like, oh, she's hot. Look at you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay,
I have to
queen.
laugh. I'm like, and this is what grandmas look like in 2025. Kidding.
No, it's true. Girl, I'm a grandma.
I know. We're glammies.
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, I've already said this a couple of times, but I'm a big person of what you can do with your mind. And I was a size 14 year and a half ago.
Really?
I'm a size 2 now. My bodybuilding competition I went to a 0, but yes, I could have done the skinny drug or shot or whatever, but I've had a lifetime of yo-yo dieting. And the last thing I wanted to do was get into that. So I already knew that, no, I'm not going to go that route. That is a personal choice for everyone that's out there. That was just mine because I didn't want to be addicted to another thing, right?
Right.
And so that was a decision I made. I was supposed to have a very major surgery, and it's a 4-level fusion on my neck. I was in a rollover accident many years ago, and I put it off for several years. So once I got the MRI back last summer, I hired a personal trainer and said, I know I'm going into surgery, and I've heard that once I go into surgery, if I've been working out, then my recovery time will be better. Well, once I met with the neurosurgeon and he said how extensive the surgery was going to be, I'm like, well, I can't because the potential possibility of me losing my voice and not ever being able to talk again, have we met? That's not going to work for me. So I told my doctor, I said, okay, I'll put it off for 1 more year at least. I want to get my daughter through high school. And so I continued to train with my trainer. 6 months passes, and I start having issues with my eye. Like if there isn't a force trying to take me out right now, girl.
Shit.
And I had already gone blind in one eye, my left eye, about 10 years ago, right after the car accident. And now my right eye was...
Wait, so I didn't realize that your left eye is blind? You can't see out of your left eye?
I had what they called an eye stroke, and I had my optic nerve blew.
Wow.
So I can't see. I haven't been able to see for about 10 years. And so right around December time, right around Christmas, I was having issues with my right eye. Couldn't see, couldn't even open my eye. I started buying all these magnifying glasses to put up against my computer just to try to see the type font. And no one knew because I would Uber to my presentations and just continue to work and put on the smile and do whatever. But I didn't want to go down this path of self-destruction. And so I decided, you know what? I need to focus on something I control the controllables. It's something that I believe in 1,000%.
Control the controllables. I love that. That's a good one.
Yeah, I can't control what's happening inside my body, my neck, my back, my eyes, but I can control my mind and I can control my effort I put in. So I didn't let any of my work slide. And then I started training. That focus switched to bodybuilding. There was times I showed up to not only my work through an Uber, but also to the gym through Uber because I couldn't drive. So we are literally
incredible, girl.
Oh, thank you. I'm a glutton for punishment. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what? And that all comes back to your mindset.
Yeah.
You did not let that affect you. I see a lot of people that get on this health kick and they're like, oh, I can't do it. I'm diabetic. I can't do it. Oh, this. I have to go to my doctor's appointment. I have to this.
Right.
I have an autoimmune. Mm-hmm. There's days I wake up and I actually feel horrific. Mm-hmm. Like my body feels like I have a hangover. And it's because my immune system attacks my own natural body. And I don't let it affect me. Like I don't even tell people about it because it's like, I'm not even going to remind myself that I have an autoimmune. I mean, I obviously do things for it. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. I don't all those things because it helps, right? But if you let that, your mind like take over that, oh, I have this autoimmune, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this.
It's next the I am statements.
Yes,
You have just put yourself in a box. I am or I have. Okay, that's not your identity. That's a part of who you are. And that's that whole mind shifting of, yeah, that's it. But who else are you? What else are you? I would have never known because you don't make that a part of your identity.
Right, because it's not
You're
allowed
not a victim.
No, it's not allowed to. We all have some kind of
Oh my goodness,
health
we all do.
We're human and we have natural human bodies and we struggle, but it's people like letting that control them. And,
right, but I think that shifting into the fact of, I think that's what people, not that we claim our identity to the ailments we might have or the struggles we might have gone through or the issues we face. That's not a part of our identity. But when people hear about some of the things that have happened in my past and they go, I have no idea, or are you serious? I don't make it a part of my identity. And again, if you can see that, yeah, that's all a part of it, or yeah, that's something that was in my life, but that's not, I would have
never knew.
Put my whole identity on that. And I think in this day and age, people are looking for authenticity. People are looking for a story that they go, oh my gosh, my sister, brother, daughter has a story so similar to yours, Linnsey. I know that there's hope.
It's relatable. They want to relate.
It's relatable. Right? And in this world of with social media being just nothing but highlight reels, I think it's very important. Yeah, absolutely do the highlight reels. Yeah, post your kids and your food and all of that, but share with people. So there is that connection and there is that ability to relate. I think that's so important.
It's huge. Nobody wants to see perfection.
No.
Like nobody wants to watch perfection. And I don't care how much it looks like you have your shit together on the outside, you struggle. That's another reason that I share like even the relationship stuff so I can laugh at myself.
I love it.
I can totally laugh at myself. There's times where I do something and I was like, oh, that's probably not a good decision, Linnsey. But I like put it out there because I just, we all struggle. We all do. Have struggles, but it doesn't matter if you struggle. It's just your mindset of how you keep going and all of that. We have to wrap it up. We're almost out of time. I love this podcast. All over the place. I love this woman.
All over the place.
Just your energy. I never would have ever known that you only see out of one eye. That's my phone. Just ignore it, you guys. I'm managing like 4 phones today, and apparently I don't know how to. I'm managing this Android that's not normally my phone. It's Hannah's, who's incredible, and she's on vacation, so it just stopped. I don't even know how to turn off the ringer on it.
It's all right.
It is what it is.
It is what
but
it is.
Angela, let everybody know how to find you.
Yes, absolutely. Come follow me. Come hang out in my online space. I am Angela Webb. On Instagram or Facebook, and I've just started my TikTok account, and then coming soon, very soon, this is an exclusive announcement, will be angelawebb.com, and really powerful things are going to be on that website. So come join me.
You're so awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Love you guys.